What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. My name is Splattercat, and we are here today with the next episode of our forest playthrough. In the previous episode, we had thrown up our defenses and made sure it was bad, though. It gave us like a burning sensation in our throats. But anyways, we had put up some of our defenses. I'm actually going to continue lighting all these off just in case the bad guys come around. And in today's episode, we're going to mess around with traps a little bit. I'm actually going to try and put traps around a lot of our base. The trees have remained chopped, so that's not going to be a concern anymore. That seems to have been a one-time issue. The devs said that they put out a patch yesterday that fixed your items disappearing when you saved, but they did not. It appears as though they are vastly overestimating their patching skills. I mean, technically they're still in our inventory, I think. They're just invisible. But an invisible inventory doesn't really assist me that much. Then again, at least the important things are still visible, like the fire axe. Our stomach's looking a little bit empty, so it's probably a good idea to get ourselves some food. Let's go have a look and see if our blackberries have come back at all. That bush is still looking quite plundered. None of these are looking beneficial. I would like to catch some fish and maybe cook those. Ah, there we go. So this should at least buy us another day or so. I don't know if this is going to last until the end of the episode, but it should be enough to at least keep us rolling for a while. So there we go. We got ourselves a nice little fistful. I need some more sticks and things, and we're going to start building us some serious... Oh, good. The rocks are at least showing up. That's a plus. Let me combine those, make ourselves one of our stick hammers, and then I'm not going to build a log holder just because it takes a lot of effort. It takes us a whole lot of sticks to build one of those. Well, I might make one. Hold on, let's see what we can do here. I don't know if I've showed off log holders in this playthrough yet, so let's go ahead and show off log holders. As they sound like, they do basically just hold logs for you. That's all that they do, is they sit there and hold logs. And what we want to do is go to our receptacles menu. There we are, where it's going to have our log holder. And I'm just going to plop this down right here. And it takes us a lot of sticks to build this thing, which is one of the reasons that I was a little apprehensive to undertake the construction queue, is because it's going to take us a ton of sticks. Now, there have been places where I've put my base before where that doesn't matter, because at some places sticks seem to respawn magically, and so over the course of your playthrough you can check back in every 4 to 5 minutes or so, and there'll be like 4 more sticks laying on the floor, and you kind of build it as a side effect of the remainder of your construction. And so you can work on other stuff, but every now and again grab a couple sticks off the ground inside your base and then throw them onto the floor, sort of like our mud pile over here keeps respawning. Exact same concept, just with 2 different devices. There we go, 2 more of those. Swing on back through here. We'll drop these into the log holster. That puts us up to 13. I need 3 more sticks. I'll probably grab a lot more than that while we're out here. Let me beat you to death, which seems a little bit violent. Yeah, I don't even know you. What are you coming after me for? Well, unfortunately, you're kind of... There we go. Now you're dead. And now you are in my inventory, which means I shall devour you later on once we get hungry again. Because we get hungry a lot. Our character gets hungry like 6 times a day, no matter how many lizards we eat, no matter how many bunnies we annihilate, no matter how many berries we guzzle. Our guy seems to be starving most of the time, and so, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do in order to keep people fed. I haven't heard the telltale screaming of any of our cabinal friends just yet. However, I am gonna keep an eye open, maybe even 2, if I'm feeling especially generous towards my visual safety. He seems to have spent so much time on the tree that he's become partially engulfed in it right now. Unfortunately, his head has gone first, which that would be a definite panic button situation for me if I ever woke up and my head was stuck in a tree. If my head is stuck in anything when I wake up, I'm going to be in less than amicable of moods, or in a less than amicable of mood. I'm going to stock this thing up for right now, I think. And the method by which I'm going to do that is just the manual chopping of the trees. We'll probably go back over to the ship in a little bit and get ourselves a Molotov or 2, see if we can't find a bit of cloth. Maybe go back to the plane in a couple of minutes and get the circuitry one more time. There they are. I see them off to the front left. If you're looking behind some of them trees over there, they're definitely out. They're not on a war party just yet. But what I want to do is I want to stock up some logs so that if in the future we decide to build a whole buttload of traps, which I'm thinking we will, that we can do that rapidly and in an efficient fashion. In an efficient fashion. I guess I forgot to say... Is that mud right there? That looks like mud right there. I would like to put it on me. Did he see the tree falling in the woods? And the better question is, does he care? After he sees the tree fall in the woods? continue chopping over here in crouchy mode. They've obviously seen my base flames so far. I may try and put up a few more. I may surround the entire thing with those little torches too. It seems like a decent strategy to make sure that nobody messes with us. In fact, I'm not adverse to that. Let's think about doing that right now, if we can track down a few more sticks and whatnot. We got plenty of leaves, so keeping them lit shouldn't be a problem. Oh, never mind. They went back off the other direction. Okay, so how many sticks am I carrying around right now? I've got 8 sticks. I've got 5 rocks. I could use a couple more. But did saving and loading get rid of the effigies that they erected outside my base? Are the finger shrines gone? Oh, they are. Interestingly enough, so the custom creations that they've been spreading around our base have all been eliminated at this point. Let me go through and we'll go to fire sources. I'm just going to put these down one by one over here. So there's one right there. One right there. One right there. This is going to take a really, really long time, by the way, to complete. This is going to be one of those projects that is definitely not going to be conducive to an LP. I don't even know if I'm going to do these on camera, but I may do them on or off. It sort of depends. This guy is the only thing that won't despawn our one dead body. I think it must be a piece of the scenery. And I know these aren't spaced properly. I just heard the sound of somebody aggroing me. Oh, there they are over there. Oh, they're coming around that way too. Alright, they are on all sides. And while lifting logs, I've managed to eat myself a little bit of grub on the way. They should be running around the forest right now. Oh, they're in my base. Okay, log holder. Hold this. And also don't allow him to beat me to death. Light that on up. Get the rock on a stick out. Let's see if we can handle this guy before anything else terrible happens. Because we are a little bit low on stamina, so I prefer that he be eliminated before all of his friends show up. And oh my god, you were in... you were in dire need, my friend. You were in dire need of a dentist. Even more so now that I've bludgeoned you to death. I'm glad to see that the exploding corpses are no longer a problem for me. Because exploding corpses, when you used to dismember them like that, they used to kill you. We should rinse off all on our own from the rain, so that's not something to worry about. There's another one. And we need some more rocks, so there's one right there. There's another one. And we just need to keep working. We're not gonna whistle while we work because I think whistling sounds obnoxious through a microphone, and I don't really feel like bothering you guys to that extent. But I am an experienced whistler, by the way. It's a family skill. Everybody in my family whistles at like... I thought that was a pheasant sitting on my wall for a second, but nope. It's just the wall that's been giving us the hand. It's better than giving us the finger, I guess. You always take one over the other. Stock up a few more logs right here. Cover myself in mud once more to ensure that maybe they won't see us while we're running around. Couple of rocks and sticks from over here. This whole area is going to be cleared out by the time we are done. It is going to look like a big old forest clearing, when initially this was actually quite the well-treed area as far as treed areas go. This place was definitely packing. Alright. There's another one. It shouldn't take too long to get this done, I don't think. I mean, we're going to see if maybe in this episode we can get this finished, and then after that we're going to go and explore and see if we can't find a spear. Oh, we do have a supply of sticks over here. Well, maybe I'll use these from now on. Awesome. Okay, so now that we've got sticks, where are my rocks at? Where are my rocks at? Get up in the bag, rocks. Let's see here. Nope, nope, nope. No shiny rocks sitting. There's one. There's a couple right there. It seems like the rocks are much more difficult to come by than anything else during this playthrough. Sticks seem to be just about everywhere, but the rocks not so much. Okay, we've got another group over there on the backside of our base. Throw down a couple more of our defensive flames. We also want to look after our stomach very shortly. Oh, you can throw rocks too. I don't know if that's new or if that's just something I never noticed. If you hit a rock with a stick, it breaks, and then you can throw it at people. Good to know. Good to know. On the side of practical geology, throwing rocks at people does seem like an appropriate weapon for this situation. Desperate times call for desperate and also improvised weapons. I feel like fish for dinner. Is there a spear around here? There's one at the bottom of the lake. Okay. The only downside to this is that it's going to perturb all of the fishies. Got one. This game makes you feel like a badass whenever you spear a fish. I don't know why. If I speared a fish with a stick, I'd be feeling pretty badass. That would be a no-joke situation for me. I'd be like, wow, I am straight going Bear Grylls on this pond. Hey, get back here. There we go. And so let me grab a few more stones from out here until I start dropping them. I never fought with the spear before, so I may try and stab some enemies with it and just kind of see how that goes. It's a weapon that I've never tested out against my foes. Ooh, a whole bunch of tennis balls and alcohol back here. And a flashlight, some sodas. There's really no point picking up any of this because we're just going to lose it once the save game goes, but some of it might be useful later on for checking in on, so I'm not going to loot it right now. We're just going to leave it be. We're going to make dinner, I think is the big thing we need to do right this second, is we need to get in here and make dinner. After that, we'll make some booby traps, and then we'll go on adventures and see what lovely things there are to find on this island, although I think a lot of the areas are in a developmental phase right now, so we may not find anything useful. A whole bunch of these sticks from over here because there do seem to be a lot of them. Be like the Hoover vacuum of sticks. What is that? Another rock, another... There we go. Nice. Bit more going here. Get these all nice and lit up. You can see the leaves falling every time we light these, so be aware. This is going to use up our leaf supply pretty aggressively. However, it does make for very, very good defense of your base. Okay. What's remaining on this side? Just a couple more of these. Get that tennis ball out. Get that tennis ball out of my face. And so away it goes. That's one of my favorite scenes, by the way. From Nacho Libre. Get that cone out of my face. It makes me laugh every time. I don't know why. Oh good, they're hovering out there. Well, let's make ourselves a fire on this side. We'll cook ourselves up some fishy to make sure that we are fully quenched with regards to our hunger. Fully slaked. Actually, we'll have a bunny for right now. Never actually had rabbit. I've never eaten rabbit in my entire life, I don't think. Oh, they're right there. So they ran up on us very quickly. Well, I'm just going to huddle down right here. And as they go away, I'll do my best to ensure that we don't have to fight with them anytime soon. It looks like they're running around along the periphery of the base. You don't want the food to overcook. As we talked about in one of the previous episodes, when your food overcooks, it becomes stuck on your fire. And so you really want to make sure that you're present and accounted for when it comes time for the eating. That's never a problem that I personally have ever had in life. I'm always around if there's food available. I love food, free or purchased varieties. Did they piss off? It looks like they did. Okay, so that buys us a little bit of leeway. So I'll grab a few more supplies for the future off from the side of the lake. Although it is sort of dark, so we may want to sleep soon. I'm hoping they diversified the energy system a little bit. Like, just because you eat food doesn't mean you feel fully rested. Like, I think they need to differentiate the stomach from the energy level. Or at least make... There's somebody behind me trying to hit me right now. Yep, there he is. Ow. Well, that didn't work very well. Ow! Luckily, my armor seems to be holding tight, so... Come at me, bro. Set yourself on fire, I dare you. Yeah. I will get up in here with a poke stick. Trademark Nintendo, 2014. That's right. You think you can brave the flames? You think you can stand the test, amigo? Step it on up. Step into the ring of fire. I dare you. Those guys are like, yeah, we're just going to pretend like we don't see it. There are so many cannibals in this game. It is almost absurd. I don't even really know how to defend myself. Take that, bird. Well, that didn't work. I was trying to run him off my house, but it didn't work. Our little house is very, very flappy at the moment. Uh-oh. What's that? You're running up on my base? Oh, you're on fire! The defenses have worked. Let me relight these ones, by the way. BT dubs, while we're on the subject. Couple more casualties. I'm gonna run down this guy right here. This guy got victim written all over his face. Or it might just be white paint. Oh, that did not work at all. The spear is a terrible weapon. I give up. I surrender. That guy appears to be stuck in his rigging phase, which is all kinds of special. Alright, so I got my battle axe. What do I need now? I need pills. I need pills very, very badly. Unfortunately, I have none. Let me put on some lizard skin armor. I'm gonna go back out and scrum with this guy one more time. What you looking at? You're on the wrong side of the tracks, homie. Oh, look at that. Why am I not swinging anymore? What has happened? What has happened? Oh my god, I can't swing. I am clicking and nothing is happening. There we go. It's back. I wasn't out of energy either. I was looking. Don't growl at me. That's right. You better scuttle. This is warfare, man. Oh, they breathe. That's how you can tell if they're alive or dead. They keep on breathing. I never noticed that. You, I would like your skin. I don't really want the rest of you, so I apologize for being a bad native and not using every part of you, but, you know. Time is of the essence and all that fun stuff. Put in a couple more of these bad boys. There it is. God, there is so much combat going on if you don't bug out the bad guys. Ah, blackberries over here. Let me restore a little bit of my stam. And this log appears to have bugged out now. There, I'm going to grab the logs because we're going to need these very shortly for building defenses. And there's a couple things that I'm not really sure how I want to do them. If I just want to put the traps like out in their commonly patrolled areas, or B, if I want to put the traps along the edge of my base now that we have fire everywhere. We seem to be pretty safe, so I'm thinking it may not even be necessary. Oh, is that all the logs we can carry? Okay, good. Alright, well, let's put up some booby traps then. If we can get some booty traps kind of put all over the place, I think we'll be a tiny bit safer. I also need some more sticks. That has been the motif of the episode, I guess. Never able to find the sticks that I need. Ooh. And right when I say I can't find them, there they are. The female tribal has decided to fall over face down just to make sure that I don't have to do any editing, which was very nice of her. Although I'm going to have to edit earlier, which is like, meh, edit out all the boobies, which takes forever. You get out of here. I don't like it. It's creepy that you're levitating like that. This is my newest trick as a cannibal. I do it on street corners. I am David Blaine. Like, is it too hard for you to enunciate, or do you just not bother? Like, is it one or the other? Okay, so we've got all that. Let's go back, and I think with what we have on hand now, we should be able to finish off the remainder of all of these little sconces. Well, maybe. Not quite. But we have the materials. We have the materials. We can build them. Awesome sconces. I'm hoping that with regards to like things that they'll put into this game, I hope that you can find styrofoam around and like plastic and gasoline and stuff like that as you crash the as you go through the plane crash and all the stuff remaining, so that you can get creative with your survival, so that you have kind of this ingenuity versus, because like what the fundamental juxtaposition you have in this game is you have a settled enemy that is comfortable in their ways. They know how to hunt humans, they know how to kill humans, but you are kind of the free radical in this situation, or you're kind of the unaccounted variable, because you're that guy that knows how to build like random stuff that's kind of using ingenuity. So for example, you can make a bomb out of a tennis ball. It's very, very easy. In fact, I could explain how to do it right now, but I'm afraid one of my fans will blow their hands off and I'll get in trouble for it. So I'm not going to explain, but you can do it. If you want to do it, go look it up for yourself. You can make tennis ball bombs, you can make napalm, you can make all kinds of good stuff out of just random things that would be freely available from the sides of a plane. There we go. And so now we have illuminated the night, and we are ready to get the hell on with the next part of our Yeah, I like it. Well, we're not totally done. We still have to finish this side. Hold on. Let's go with another one of you right there. Maybe 2 more. Yeah, that seems about right. So 2 more on that side. Let's finish these off. And as we finish them... But as I was saying, you can make all kinds of ridiculous explosives and violent, ultimately death-dealing materials out of stuff that you just find around your house. Or you find around just about anywhere. So for example, if you could find gasoline, you could find styrofoam, you could put the styrofoam in the gasoline, mix it around with a stick, and you can make this paste that you can smear all over things, and it'd be really cool. And the nice thing about the napalm is it doesn't necessarily burn whatever's underneath it, like it doesn't ignite it. It just kind of burns on the surface of whatever the material is that you put it on. So let's say that you spread that goo all over the end of a stick. It would light the goo, but it would not light the stick, and so you can swing that at people, and when it hits things, it would spatter, and it would put little spats of, like, flaming material all over them. A very cool kind of cudgel weapon. Just things like that. I mean, I think the developers should definitely thumb through the Anarchist Cookbook and get a feel for the kind of ridiculous stuff you can make out of just random things that you find around, because this game really has the potential to have some amazing inventions involved with it. And so with more sticks to be had, there we go. I am going to sprint away. And I think these are all done. I think we are about finished right here. We're finished and looking good. So with a couple minutes left in the episode, now we want to start thinking about booby traps. Looks like we got another patrol going over there. They're not going to bother us, though, I don't think. They might. You can never tell. He looks totally surprised about the fact that he got lit on fire. Like, holy hell, fire does a thing. That's such a bad revelation for me. I'm going to go for a little bit of sleep right now to get some of our stam back. Hopefully sleep out the night. Let's hang out next to our campfire for a minute and see if we can't get these little frosty edges away from our screen. We don't want our screen to be like hair in the 90s. We don't want it to be frosted. And so they are sprinting around in the darkness one last time, although we've only got a couple of minutes left in the episode, so I don't think they're going to be a nuisance in any respect. Yeah, I think we're fairly safe out here. I mean, I don't think we're super safe, but we're getting closer. Booby traps, the kinds of things that I would like to personally build. There's a noose trap. You can't build rope, though, so I don't even think that you can do that one. We can, however, do this guy right here for a little bit of misery added to our enemies' lives. So I'll drop that right there. It takes 19 sticks. Wow, that takes a lot of sticks to get done. Luckily, we have a decent supply. Let's do the logs first, since they're all right here in our holder. I don't know if the traps are going to stay in between episodes either. I'm not too confident about that. So now all that we need is sticks. And this will probably be the last thing that we do in this episode, I think. This area over here always seems to be really, really well stocked with sticks. So I'm just going to use it as my go-to location for grabbing as many of these as I can. Okay. 5 more remaining, so we're going to need 1 more arm load. And there we go. And so we are well on our way to our first booby trap. I'll probably build a second one in the next episode. Once we have the base all nice and set up, we'll kind of go out and find what stuff we can find. Although, the save bug... Did I position this the wrong way? I thought I faced it this way. I am almost positive I faced it this way. Oh well, they like to pace around the outside of the base, so this will work too. Got some feathers. Alright, well I'm going to call this episode to a close. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me in the Nerd Castle for another episode of The Forest. I look forward to seeing all of you mañana. Take care out there, everybody, and hi-do.